Imagine a community at the turn of the 20th century in which Black school-aged children did not have the opportunity to receive formal education in the manner of their white peers. A community of self-sufficient farmers, craftsmen, tradesmen, and skilled laborers who inculcated Christian virtues, diligence, and high aspirations. This was the Pine Grove community, located in the rural Hamilton district of Cumberland County, Virginia. However, there was a plan. In 1913, visionaries Dr. Booker T. Washington of the Tuskegee Institute and Julius Rosenwald, president of Sears and Roebuck's Company, devised a plan to build state-of-the-art schools for African American children across the South who would not otherwise have received an education due to Jim Crow laws imposing racial segregation. Their school building project has been called the most important initiative to advance Black education in the early 20th century, and the residents of the Pine Grove community certainly wanted this opportunity for their children. 4 acres of land was deeded to the county in 1916 for this project by William and Olivia Miller, and $500 was raised from the meager resources of the local Black community. The county contributed $1,000, probably from taxes, and $50 seed money from the Rosenwald Foundation's School Building Program Fund was granted to erect the 2-room schoolhouse, which would provide both traditional and vocational education to Black children in grades kindergarten through 7th. By fall of 1917, the school was erected and ready to receive Pine Grove students. By 1928, 1 in 3 rural Black school-aged children in the South were attending a Rosenwald School. Pine Grove School operated continuously for over 40 years, closing in 1964 as the only institution for educating Black children in the segregated Pine Grove community. Since then, the school building has been rescued twice from the county. The first in 1964, when the school was being auctioned, and a second time in 2018 by the A.G. Miller Mayo Dungy Family Association. The school is currently being used as a hub for the monthly AMMD Pine Grove Project meetings and organizational sponsored events, such as the May Day celebration.
I tell young people all the time, it's not where you go to school, it's what you get, how much you put into it. It was built by African Americans, for African Americans, because they valued what's denied them.
So I went from here to Virginia Union, but when I got into the corporate arena, I was competing against people that had gone to Harvard and Yale and Wharton and Princeton, University of Michigan, you name it, and I never felt that my education was insufficient. But our parents were also a part of the equation.
This is more than a school. This is the embodiment of community. Education helped us build communities, churches, schools.
Today, AMMD Pine Grove Project is aggressively fighting to protect this irreplaceable historic resource from the unsightly and poisonous 1,200-acre landfill, which, if approved, would be adjacent to the school, affecting the historical and environmental integrity of school and community.
Since its inception, AMMD Pine Grove Project has connected with organizations and citizens with similar objectives to raise awareness of the historical significance of the segregated Pine Grove School. The Pine Grove Project has grown into a coalition of former students, concerned citizens, environmental and social justice activists, historic preservation organizations, educational institutions, historians, scientists, authors, educators, attorneys, and most importantly, lifelong members of the historic Pine Grove community. We pay homage to the educators who not only taught, but nurtured and invested in their students and community, and created a legacy for Virginia and America.
I don't think any of us would say anything other than we had an excellent, excellent education.
One of the goals of the AMMD Pine Grove Project is to protect and preserve the legacy of the rural and historic Pine Grove School, a Rosenwald-designed schoolhouse and the African American community it served for decades, sowing seeds of greatness for future generations to harvest. For 4 decades, Pine Grove School buzzed with learning activity and community involvement, and we aim to continue its vital legacy to the Pine Grove community.
Foundation.
Familiarity.
Fun.
Family. Discipline.
Community.
Opportunity.
Learning.
Enjoyment.
Heritage.
For more information on this historical landmark, please visit us on social media. Facebook, AMMD Pine Grove Project, and on Instagram, @Project Pine Grove.